days were blurred by falling rain, like memories hiding their pain. A small cafe was still awake, with music soft and blue. I stood outside the window, thinking I might see you. Maybe time has changed us both. Maybe your heart moved on, but some places keep remembering the love that should be gone. Where the rain still knows your name, I hear your voice again. In every drop, in every light, you come back through the rain. I do not ask for yesterday, I do not pray you stay, but in this quiet rainy night, you are not far away. The chair we used to share is gone. The flowers have been changed, but something in that empty room still calls me by your name. I smiled at what I could not keep, and let the silence grow. Some love becomes a candle we carry as we go. Where the rain still knows your name, I hear your voice again. In every drop, in every light, you come back through the rain. If love can live as memory, then nothing was in vain. I'll leave you with the violin and walk into the rain. Falling outside the cafe window, like the night when the rain came down, the cafe lights are glowing again. Over a cup of coffee gone cold, your name begins to fade in. The time I thought I had forgotten comes back with the sound of rain. The heart that said it would be alright is still standing there in pain. I wonder if you walk like me through a night as quiet as this, Are the memories on your umbrella that you still somehow miss? The name the rain left behind I still cannot erase. Like city lights beyond the window, it grows distant but stays. All the days when we were in love bloom again in this wet night. A season I can never return to. I hold it softly inside. The street we used to walk together is filled with signs I do not know. But where my footsteps stop in silence, I can still hear your smile glow. Without saying I was sorry, we turned away from what we knew. Even our last goodbye in the rain still lives deep inside me too. More than saying I was alright, I wanted to hold you once more. But maybe we were too young then, too lost to know what love was for. The name the rain left behind I still cannot erase. Like city lights beyond the window, it grows distant but stays. All the days when we were in love bloom again in this wet night. A season I can never return to. I hold it softly inside. Maybe longing is not a promise that we will meet again someday. Maybe it is keeping a small light for the days that slipped away. The name the rain left behind, I will not call it with pain. Like the water falling outside, I will let you go with the rain. All the days when we were in love turn into a gentle light. Even the season I cannot return to will stay warm inside tonight. Rainy night, cafe ambience, fade out gently. I found an old letter tonight, folded between forgotten days. The words were faded at the edge, but your name still stayed. I wrote it when the rain was young, when goodbye was still unclear. I never had the heart to send the truth you needed to hear. Maybe silence was my weakness, maybe pride became a wall I kept the words inside me until I lost them all. This is the letter I never sent, the sorry I never said, a little light from yesterday still living in my chest. If you can hear it through the rain, I hope you understand I loved you more than I could say with these trembling hands. The cafe plays a quiet song, the kind we used to know, and every note reminds me of the place I let you go. I do not wish to turn back time, I only wish you knew. Some hearts keep riding softly long after love is through. This is the letter I never sent, the sorry I never said, a little light from yesterday still living in my chest. If love can reach you through the rain, then take this final line. You were the warmest part of me in a colder time. Peaceful piano. We made a promise in autumn beneath the fading yellow trees. You said we would meet again someday when the wind returned with leaves. I kept that season in my pocket like a photograph worn thin. But years have passed like quiet rain, and you never came again. Maybe promises are not broken, maybe they simply fade into the streets we used to walk, and the words we never said. I still remember that autumn, the way your hand let go. The rain was falling softly a place time cannot take away. Tonight the cafe window shines with the color of the past, and every lonely violin note makes the old days last. I am not waiting like before, but I still think of you. Some promises become a song when love is almost through. I still remember that autumn, the way your hand let go. The rain was falling softly, like it already seemed to know. If you remember anything, remember this one day. I loved you in that autumn, in a way time cannot take away. The last light in the cafe is still awake tonight. Rain keeps drawing silver lines across the quiet light. I sit where we once whispered about the dreams we had. Now every empty chair here feels a little sad. I know you will not come back, I know the night will end, but something in this silence still waits for you again. There is a light that waits alone, where our old memories stay. It does not ask for yesterday, it only shines this way. Even if love has gone too far beyond the morning rain, a part of me still keeps the door half open in your name. The music plays so softly, like footsteps from the past. Some things we lose forever still learn how to last. I touch the cup before me and feel the warmth fade slow, just like the words I held inside but never let you know. There is a light that waits alone, where our old memories stay. It does not ask for yesterday, this way. If you want to love me truly, then nothing was in vain. I leave the light behind for you and walk into If this rain could reach you across the city lights, I would send my quiet heart through the silver night, not to ask you to return, not to make you cry, only just to let you know I still think of you sometimes. Some words were left behind us, some tears were never shown, but every rainy evening I feel less alone. If this rain could reach you, I would tell you I am fine, though a part of me still wonders where your hand once held mine. The road beside the ocean, love became a distant window. The world feels wide and glowing softly just begun. The breeze carries familiar echoes of days that came before, but they no longer pull me backwards like they did once before. Every step becomes a promise, every mile a chance to grow, and the sky above the water seems to tell me where to go. On the road beside the sea, I can finally breathe again, leaving footprints in the sunlight, washing clean the night and rain. Though I carry all the memories, I am not the same as then. sigh. Waves and acoustic. I found a photograph tonight between the pages of a book. Your smile was younger than the rain and softer than it looked. The corner had begun to fade, but your eyes were still the same, like a quiet little candle, still calling out my name. I did not know that happiness could hurt this much someday, when all that we were holding became so far away. In the photograph we left behind, we are still standing there. Before goodbye, before the tears, before the empty chair. I do not want to change the past or ask where you have gone. I only miss the way we smiled before we knew we'd move on. The cafe window holds the rain, the table holds the light, and I hold one old memory a little close tonight. Some love does not disappear, it only changes shape, from a voice I used to run to a picture I still say. In the photograph we left behind, we are still standing there. Before goodbye, before the tears, before the empty chair. If you remember who we were, then smile for me someday. I will keep this gentle light and let the rest fade away. There is a number I never call, but I still know it by heart, like an old song on the radio. It plays when nights get dark. your voice has changed, or if it sounds the same. The way you said my name back then still comes with the rain. Some memories do not make a sound, but they speak when I am alone. Tonight I hear you softly through a silence of my own. You are the voice I long to hear again, the one I lost in time. A gentle word, a quiet laugh, still living in my mind. I know the years have taken us far from who we were, but when the rain begins to fall, I still listen for her. The cafe music fades away, the guitar keeps me still. I close my eyes and almost feel your hand upon the windowsill. Maybe love becomes an echo when goodbye is never clear, a voice we cannot bring back, but somehow always hear. You are the voice I long to hear again, the one I lost in time. A gentle word, a quiet laugh, still living in my mind. If someday you remember me in some faraway rain, please know your voice once kept me warm through the coldest days. There is a road we walked once, when the evening turned to rain. You held your coat around you and smiled through quiet pain. We did not say forever, we did not say goodbye, but something in that silence was already learning to cry. Now I pass that corner slowly every light remembers what time could not erase. On the road we walked once, I still hear your name. In the rain, in the wind, in a love that never came again. I do not ask the night to bring you back into my arms. I only keep that road inside me, safe from all the harm. The trees have grown much older, the benches have been changed, but my heart still knows the distance between goodbye and your name. Maybe we were only passing through a season made of rain, but some roads stay forever, even after love has changed. On the road we walked once, I still hear your name. In the rain, in the wind, in a love that never came again. If your heart remembers softly where we used to be, then leave one gentle smile there on that road for me. I still remember last summer when the moon touched the sea. Your footprints on the white sand were walking next to me. The wind was warm and quiet, your hair was full of light. We talked as if forever was waiting in that night. But seasons turn like waves do, they come and disappear, and all the words we held back still echo in my ear. Last summer's dream on white sand still shines inside my heart. Love we thought would never fade now bring your footsteps back to me. I only keep that gentle night beside the moonlit sea. Tonight inside this rainy cafe, I hear the ocean call, like your voice from far away, still tender after all. Maybe love is just a shoreline where joy and sorrow meet, a wave that leaves without goodbye but stays beneath our feet. Last summer's dream on white sand still shines inside my heart. Love we thought would never fade now lives where memories start. If you remember that summer, please smile beneath the same moon. I will send my heart with the waves and let them carry you. Distant train passing by, soft piano over the sea. Tonight the railway by the ocean sleeps beneath the silver sky. The waves are whispering softly as another train goes by. I stand where we once waited for journeys yet to come, but now the tracks keep moving and I am standing alone. Every station holds a memory, every light recalls your name. Though the years have carried us away, the moon remains the same. The train beneath the moonlight carries dreams we left behind. Across the sea of silent nights, through the corners of my mind, I cannot follow where it goes or bring yesterday back again, but I still wave into the darkness when I hear that distant train. The benches by the platform are older than before. The paint has has slowly faded like footprints on the shore. Yet somewhere in the moonlight I see your gentle smile, walking beside the railway just for a little while. Maybe love is like a train ride, some stay and some depart, but every journey leaves a melody that never leaves the heart. The train beneath the moonlight still travels through my soul, past every dream and memory, toward places I don't know. If you ever hear this melody beneath the same night sky, think of me beside the ocean, watching one more train go by. Distant train passing by, distant train sound disappearing. Rain against the window, soft piano disappear, midnight cafe atmosphere. The city has fallen silent past the hour of crowded streets. Only rain and fading headlights keep this lonely company. A cup of coffee growing colder beside a photograph of you. The night keeps turning pages of memories I thought were through. Every drop upon the window writes another line of us. And though I try to close the story, the words are never lost. Coffee after midnight and your memory in the rain, sitting in this quiet corner, calling out your name. The world is sleeping somewhere while I remain awake, holding conversations with the echoes that you left. The waiter stacks the empty glasses and turns the lights down low. Outside the streets are shining with reflections of the road. For a moment in the window I almost see you there, smiling like you used to before you disappeared. Coffee after midnight and your memory in the rain, sitting in this quiet corner, calling out your name. The world is sleeping somewhere while I remain awake, holding conversations with the echoes that you left. Maybe like forgotten melodies and rainy nights like this. Coffee after midnight, still warming both my hands. Though I cannot hold tomorrow or return to where we've been. If the rain should stop by morning and the clouds all drift away, I'll leave this cafe smiling, but I'll miss you just the same. Soft piano fading, rain slowly disappearing, warm cafe ambience. Early morning, rain has stopped. The rain has finally faded, leaving silver on the street. Morning waits beyond the shadows, where the night and daylight meet. The cafe lights grow softer as the sky begins to change. For the first time in a long while, the world feels less the same. I still carry all the memories, I still hear your voice sometimes, but the darkness that surrounded me is slowly losing light. When dawn finds me standing by the window pane, I remember all the moments without holding all the pain. Every ending leaves a story, every tear becomes the sea, and somewhere in the morning light I find what's left of me. The empty streets are waking to the sound of distant cars. Clouds are drifting from the skyline, making room for hopeful stars. Though your shadow walks beside me in the corners of my mind, I no longer fear tomorrow or the things I leave behind. Maybe healing is not forgetting, acoustic distance. The road beside the ocean shines beneath the morning sun. The world feels wide and open, like a story just begun. The breeze carries familiar echoes of days that came before, but they no longer pull me backward like they did once before. Every step becomes a promise, every mile a chance to grow. And the sky above the water seems to tell me where to go. On the road beside the sea, I can finally breathe again, leaving footprints in the sunlight, washing clean the night and rain. Though I carry all the memories, I am not the same as then. The waves are singing softly of tomorrow in the Seagulls dancing on the shoreline, white against the endless blue. Every color feels brighter than the world I once knew. I smile at passing strangers without needing any reason, as if my heart remembers how to welcome every season. Maybe healing is a journey, not a place we're meant to find. And maybe every ending leaves a better road behind. On the road beside the sea, I can see the horizon clear. Every dream I thought was lost feels a little closer here. And hope is carried by the tide as I walk into tomorrow with the ocean by my side. Waves and acoustic. Standing where the shoreline ends, watching sunlight touch the sea. The horizon stretches farther than I ever thought I'd see. All the roads that brought me here, every joy and every scar, have become a part of who I am and carried me this far. I can feel the wind before me, calling softly through the blue, like a promise waiting somewhere beyond the distant view. Beyond the horizon, there's a story yet untold, 1,000 dreams still waiting, like treasures made of gold. I will carry every memory, but I won't be standing still. There is something in the distance asking where they've been, teaching me that every ending can become a new begin. The sky is wide above me, and my heart is open too, for the roads I haven't traveled and the dreams I still pursue. Maybe life is not about returning to the places that we knew. Maybe life is learning how to follow every sunrise into something new. Beyond the horizon, I can see the morning shine. Every step becomes a chapter in this life that's still mine. Though the past will always live with me, it no longer holds me there, because hope is waiting somewhere in the sunlight and the streams rising gently, ocean breeze, hopeful ending. I climbed the hill above the shoreline, where the morning meets the blue. The wind carries endless stories of the dreams I still pursue. Every road behind shaped me, every season left its mark. But today I stand unafraid, with a light inside my heart. The world feels wider than before, like an open door ahead, and the sky beyond the ocean calls me gently to the edge. Where the sky meets tomorrow, I can see a brand new day. Every hope I thought was distant feels a little keeps on calling, and I answer with a smile, because the best chapters of my story may still wait beyond the The afternoon is slowly fading, golden light across the floor. I sit beside the window like I've done so many times before. A cup of coffee gently steaming, soft music fills the air, and across the little table waits an empty wooden chair. Once it made me feel so lonely, like something had been torn away. But time has changed the way I see it, and the memories that stay. The empty chair by the window no longer makes me blue. It simply holds the quiet echoes of the days I shared with you. Every laugh and every story still lingers in the air, like sunlight through the window, falling softly everywhere. Outside, the leaves are dancing in a gentle autumn breeze. People pass with smiling faces, carried by their own dreams. I watch the world keep turning without regret or fear, and somehow I can feel your kindness, even though you're not here. Maybe love is never lost when it's carried in the heart. Maybe every precious memory becomes a work of art. The empty chair by the window will always have its place, a quiet part tall and quiet trees. Sunlight dances through the branches, carried by a gentle breeze. The world is calm around me, like a song I've always known. And for the first time in a long while, I feel completely at home. Every leaf is softly whispering, every shadow moves in grace, as if the earth itself is smiling and welcoming my pace. The wind through the pine trees sings a peaceful melody of every road that brought me here, and all I've come to see. There is beauty in the silence, there is healing in the air, and I can feel a quiet love surrounding everywhere. The mountains stand before me with stories written in the stone, teaching me that strength is gentle, and we never walk alone. The river keeps on flowing without fear of where it goes, and I begin to understand the wisdom that it knows. Maybe happiness is simple, like the sunlight through the leaves, or the feeling of the cool wind moving freely through the trees. Maybe love grows even wider than the dreams we used to chase, living quietly within us in every time and place. The wind through the pine trees carries hope across the sky. Every moment feels more precious as the years go passing by, and I send my thanks to life itself for every joy and every tear, because they led me to this place and brought me gently here. Tonight I look up to the heavens, where countless quiet lights remain, each one a story I once lived through, a joy, a loss, a gentle pain. The world is still around me, but my heart is open wide. And I begin to write my feelings to the stars up in the sky. No longer asking for tomorrow, no longer chasing what is gone, just breathing in the simple moment where I have always belonged. These are my letters to the stars of everything I used to be, the broken and the beautiful, the version of me I set free. I thank the nights that shaped me gently, the roads that led me far, and I release it all in silence into the endless dark. The wind feels soft and patient, like it understands my mind. It carries every unspoken thought I never had the time to find. And I no longer feel the longing that once weighed heavy in my chest, because even every ending has quietly done its best. Maybe healing is not forgetting, but learning how to see that every scar and every memory was always part of me. These are my letters to the stars, no longer bound by grief or fear, just gratitude for every moment that brought me safely here. And as they fade into the silence, I finally understand the universe was never distant, it was holding my in a place where the night is gentle and the moonlight fills the air. There is a cafe full of stories that are floating everywhere. Every table holds a memory, every note becomes a dream, and the silence in between them is louder than it seems. If you listen close enough now, you will hear the past unfold. Every broken heart that wandered, turning slowly into gold. This is Moonlight Ballad Café, where the lost begin to stay. Every tear becomes a melody that never fades away. We are gathered in the twilight, where the music learns to heal. every soul that enters here remembers how to feel. Through the rain on glassy windows and the light of fading days, we are stories intertwined here in so many quiet ways. Some are searching for tomorrow, some are learning to let go. But inside this gentle music, they find what they didn't know. Maybe every song is waiting for a heart to understand that the beauty of the broken is the truth of who we are. This is Moonlight Ballad Café, where every ending finds its way into something soft and endless, like the music that we play. And we leave behind our shadows in the warmth of melody, knowing love was never gone. It was always meant to be. I've wandered through the seasons, across the rain and morning light, following the roads of memory, through the darkness and the bright. Every step has taught me something, every mile has helped me see that home is not a place behind me, but a feeling carried deep. Like a quiet song at sunset, like the calm after the rain. There is comfort in the silence and peace beyond the pain. I found a place called home, not within these walls alone. It's the warmth inside my heart, where every broken piece has grown. Every dream and every memory has become a part of me, and now I know that home is where my soul is free to be. In the sound of distant waves, in the whisper of the trees, in the glow of cafe windows and the touch of evening breeze, I can find the same reminder that I'm exactly where I need. Not because the road has ended, but because I've learned to breathe. Maybe home is not a destination waiting somewhere far away. Maybe home is simply learning how to love each passing day. I found a place the laughter and the sorrow, into someone I have grown. And wherever life may lead me, I will carry this belief that home is not a place I find, but a peace I keep within. When silence falls around me and the night begins to fade, I feel the echoes of 1,000 moments love has made. They linger in the shadows, softly glowing in the air, like footprints in the memory of someone who was there. We are more than just a moment, more than time could ever show. We are traces left behind us in the places we once go. We are the light we leave behind in every heart we touch and find, a fading glow, a gentle sign that love does not resign. Though we may walk into the distance and disappear from sight, we still remain in every story written in the night. The songs we once were singing still are drifting through the air, in cafes, trains, and rainy windows, in every silent prayer. And even if the world forgets us in the rush of passing time, somewhere a heart will still remember the rhythm and the rhyme.